When you get in the live, man, make sure you share that live out. What's up, y'all? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good people. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hey, listen, I really want y'all to make sure that you all are going over to either the TikTok page or the YouTube page, man. Listen, we are here every single weekday at 8:30 to 9 a.m. Every single weekday, 8:30 to 9 a.m. Y'all see the shirt, man, right about now. Poetry. Shout out to them for giving me this amazing shirt. I think I had the founder or the creator or the person who's running now, right about now, poetry feature at the Bus Boys and Poets location. And that's how I came about this shirt here. So if anybody wants to know, but welcome. Today we are talking, yesterday we had a great conversation. About what to do if you are not going to college. If you are a high school graduate, or if you have a high school graduate and you are not going to college, what should you be doing? Today, because we didn't have an opportunity to talk about it yesterday, we are going to discuss what are things you should do prior to going to college. Because contrary to popular belief, there are things that you should be doing and you should be learning and you should know prior to going to college. And listen, y'all, here's something that's interesting is that I'm learning this whole studio setup and lighting thing, right? And so you guys are going to see my growth throughout this. I think it's important to understand that you guys are really going to witness my growth in this. And this is just about me getting in reps. This isn't about who's watching or how many people are watching, even though I would like for a lot of people to be watching. It's just something that's just not in my reality at this moment. Because, when people say that, man, it doesn't matter who's watching or, you just blah, 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 blah. And they try to act like I don't need a lot of people watching me, but you want a lot of people watching you because, that's the reason, it would be beneficial to you. It's not the reason you're doing it, but it would certainly be beneficial if more people were watching. And with that being said, I want you guys to go and check out the Mentality Show on PGC TV. I will be linking that in my in my bio, so you guys can check that out. But for my people, anybody who has a high school graduate and they are going to college, there are some things that you are going to want to learn. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about that they are going to want to learn. What's up, y'all? Appreciate y'all coming in over on Instagram. Don't forget, man, we are live over on YouTube. Go check out the YouTube channel. I would love to have you. But actually, I can link. I can add a URL right here. Hold on. I just looked at that. What I am. Let me see. Hold on. I want y'all to go to the YouTube. Hold on. Okay, confirm. Bam. What's good, bro? Yes, man. So you guys can see the YouTube channel right there. But all right, so look, things that you should learn if you are a high school graduate before you go to college. First thing that you should learn, number one, is you need to learn how to be domesticated. All right. Like some kids today, they don't know how to be domesticated. And it's like, Jeff, what do you mean when you say learn how to be domesticated? What's up, everybody on TikTok? Appreciate y'all coming in, man. When I say be domesticated, I'm simply saying to you, you need to learn how to clean after yourself, and you need to learn how to do your own laundry. You would be surprised the amount of students that go to college that don't know how to clean after themselves and just nasty and trifling because your mama or your daddy, mostly your mama, then did all of your cleaning for you. You'd be surprised how many people go to college and they don't know how to do their laundry properly. You should not be going to school and not knowing how to separate your darks from your colors and separate the whites from your lights and what temperature to wash certain colored clothes on. Like, this should not be a thing for you, right? This should not be a thing for you. I want you to go to college, and your roommate don't want this for you either. Your roommate don't want this for y'all. I need you to go to college and know and understand how to do your own laundry and how to clean up after yourself. You got to learn how to be domesticated, and you have to learn how to be self-motivated. You got to be you got to be domesticated, and you got to be self-motivated before you go to college. You need to learn how to clean. You need to have a regular cleaning routine. You need to have a regular cleaning schedule. You need to understand, like, you need to be able to put all of your stuff away. Like, nobody wants to room with somebody who don't put their stuff away. Nobody wants to room with somebody who doesn't clean up their share of the room. Nobody wants to room with somebody. Like, listen, you and your roommate, y'all need to get on the same schedule, right? Like, y'all need to say, hey, listen, man, I go to sleep at this time. I need lights out at this time. Because honestly, the room that you're going to get when you get into college is not going to be a really big room where you can be on one side and they can have their light on over there. You can be, no, it was like there was one light for the whole room, and we just got to go to sleep when we go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? So listen, you need to come up with some rules for your roommate where it's like, hey, bro, at 10 o'clock, man, I usually try to like cook lights out. I usually try to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, you need to learn how to be domesticated, and you need to have conversations regularly with your roommate before you go to college. This is a skill that I promise you are going to want to learn. I'm going to tell you a story about me, right? You and your roommate need to know, hey, look, you can borrow my computer, or you can borrow my that, right? Those are things that you need to understand, because listen, I'm going to tell y'all, and parents, if the kids are watching right now, I need the kids, put the kids somewhere to the side. Don't put them to bed. Put the kids to the side right now. And I need them to understand, y'all, when I was in college, my roommate was like, yo, can I use your computer? I'm like, yeah, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't got a computer. We in college. Everybody needs a computer. I got a computer. Yo, you can go ahead and use my computer. Thank you to the people that's live on TikTok and that's on YouTube, man. What's up? But my roommate, he's like, yo, I need to use your computer. And at this time, this is when LimeWire was really, really popping, and LimeWire was popping and stuff like that. And so that's what we would go to illegally download our music. And so he went to, on LimeWire, but you can not only, you on LimeWire, you don't just illegally download music, you also can download inappropriate videos and stuff like that. And so one day I was coming home from football practice, and I was coming back into my room, and I walked in my room, and there was my roommate on my computer, sitting at my computer desk, choking his chicken. Oh my God. What? He was at my computer. Choking his chicken. When I walked in, and he's like, bro, you should have told me when you was coming home. And I'm like, what do you mean? I should have told you when I was coming back to the room. Bro, this is my room. I don't have to tell you when I'm coming back to my room. What are we saying right now? Why is this a thing that I got to tell you when I'm coming back to my room? But that's what he said. He's like, yo, you got to tell me when you coming back to the room so I know. I said, bro, what is this? And I didn't just catch him one time. I caught him 2 times. So these are conversations that you need to have before you get to college, because many of us, what we do is we underestimate the things that people will do. But we got to lay the foundation to say, yo, don't be playing with yourself on my computer, downloading illegal stuff, hitting the pop-up buttons and stuff like that on my computer. That's not the stuff that I want on my computer. That's not what my computer is supposed to be used for. I don't understand. Yo, I can laugh at this now, but this was no laughing matter. What's up, Ray? This was no laughing matter when I was in college. Like, to come into the room and he's got his pants down and he's like this. And then I go and look. Y'all, what makes it worse is I go and look at the LimeWire, and I realize that this ain't the first time that he's done this. It ain't the first time. Remember, I told you I caught him twice, but this ain't the first time that he's done this, because there's like 50 videos of like just nasty subjects and nasty topics of him looking up. You need to learn how to be domesticated. When you go to college, there are conversations that you need to have with your roommate right away to set the foundation, to lay the groundwork, to say, yo, this is your stuff. I don't want nobody, you don't want nobody using your stuff, or I'm not going to use your stuff. This is my stuff. I don't want nobody using my stuff. Y'all, when I tell you that this is a conversation that you are going to have and that you should have with your roommate, this is a conversation that you need to have with your roommate. I promise you, it will save you a lot of headaches in the long run. The next thing you need to talk about is you need to talk about when girls and boys are allowed over to the room, right? Because listen, these are things that happen when you get into college. I don't care if you go into a Catholic school like I did, Catholic University. You think that stuff don't be happening in these dorm rooms, stuff be happening in these dorm rooms, and somebody need to let you know, and your favorite cousin backpack is going to let you know for sure. All right. So you need to, when is an appropriate time to have women over, to have men over, and how many days in a row are people allowed to come over to the house? Listen, if you come over to the dorm room, if you think that this is a joke, I promise you, ask any adult, okay? There needs to be ground rules, all right? 48 hours, okay? If your partner been over here for 2 days in a row, I need to not see them for 2 days. You need to go to their room. If your person been over here for 2 days in a row, that for 2 days, I do not want to see them. We need 1 day. Listen, I need this like custody, okay? I need 1 day on, 1 day off, 1 day. So if they here for 3 days in a row, I don't want to see them for 3 days. If they here for 4 days in a row, I don't want to see them for 4 days. Not in my room, not at night. I don't want to see y'all giggling and laughing and playing and kiki and ha-ha and stuff like that over there. I don't want to see none of that stuff, all right? Then you got to start talking about, like, again, the dorm rooms are only so big. There is no, when you first get in there as a freshman, you're not in the nice dorm rooms. When I became like a sophomore, I was in a nice dorm room for that first semester, right? But there is no, you can go around the corner and stuff like that, right? So now y'all got to have conversations about what's the etiquette on when you're doing the do. I woke up one night and it's like, you ever hear a noise in your sleep, outside of your sleep, and then you incorporate that noise in your sleep? Like y'all, you ever did that before? You ever like heard a noise on the outside and you know what I'm saying? You like in Avengers Endgame, and you fighting bad guys, and all of a sudden all you hear is just, and then you fighting and you just like, where's that noise coming from? And then all you still hear is just, and then you wake up. And I woke up and there was my roommate engaged in horizontal behavior with this girl while I was right there. Number one, I don't know how she was okay with that. Number two, bro, what? Dog, what? What is proper roommate etiquette? You got to learn how to be domesticated before you go to college, y'all. I'm telling you, listen, your cousin's backpack is going to teach this to you. Send this to a college student, man. Send this to a college student, a student that is going to college, because they are going to need this. You need to learn what is proper etiquette for when people come over to the dorm room. What's proper etiquette for, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you live. I don't know how you do it when you at home. But listen, I don't want to see your man's over here. I don't want to see your girl over here every single day, fam. I need, again, 1 day on, 1 day off. All right. Listen, if you need the room, like y'all, we need a secret code or something. Text me a secret code. Hey, bro. You know what I'm saying? Can you sleep at such and such house during the night? I got such and such coming over. You know what I'm saying? We won't be alone. You know what I'm saying? Put a sock on the door, tie it up, right? You know what I'm saying? Like put something, I don't know, like cue me, because I don't want to walk into the dorm room and, cue me, okay? So y'all need to discuss these things. I know you don't want to talk about it. I know it may sound a little, you won't be all in my business knowing what I'm doing. Listen, I'd rather you cue me in and let me know what's going on. I'd rather you cue me in and let me know what's going on than have me walk in on you and your partner in vertical position doing whatever it is that y'all do, right? So you need to, listen, you need to be domesticated. You need to learn how to clean, okay? You need to learn how to do your laundry, okay? And then you need to talk about etiquette as it relates to people that are coming over to the dorm room, okay? You got to talk about, are we smoking in the dorm room? Are we smoking in the dorm room? So, hey, listen. It's a thing, right? Are you smoking in the dorm room? Let's not act like this isn't something that our kids are going to get into. Are we smoking in the dorm room? Okay. Are we drinking in the dorm room? Right? How often are we smoking in the dorm room? Listen, you got to have rules, and you gotta be listen. If you look, I don't mind if you smoke. I don't care. That's your thing, but I just don't want no smoking in the dorm room. If you feel like that's going to be a problem for you, I could just ask for a different roommate, and we can just squash this right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my clothes to be smelling like weed when I go into class and people thinking that it's me that's smoking, bro. I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? I do not want that. Like, so if you smoking in the dorm room, and don't try to go in the bathroom and turn the shower on and let the steam get all steamed up and stuff like that. And you smoking in the shower. I don't want that. Right? What's up, E baby? What's good, bro? What's good, bro? I don't want that. Right? Are we smoking in the dorm room? Okay, this is a conversation that we need to have. If you choosing to smoke and I'm not smoking, then we need to figure that. We need to figure that out, right? We got to figure that out. This is all stuff that you are going to have to figure out before, like when you get into college, you need to learn these skills and be ready to have that. Like listen, I'm coming in with a notepad, right? I'm coming in with a notepad. Hey, yo, what's good, bro? Hey, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just like to be efficient. So let's kind of talk a little bit about some of the things, you know what I'm saying, that we might, let's just set some healthy expectations. OK, that's how you want to say it. I just want to set healthy expectations so that we can both have a good semester. Right. That's all I want to do. I want to set healthy expectations. What's up, everybody on TikTok? Again, thank y'all for joining. I want to set healthy expectations so that we can both have a good semester. So let's recap. You need to learn how to clean. OK, you need to have a cleaning structure. OK, you need to learn how to do your laundry. OK, you need to learn the etiquette of when we're going to have people over and when we're not going to have people over. Can you use my stuff? Can I use your stuff? OK, are we smoking in the dorm room? Are we not? Are we drinking in the dorm room? Are we not? Then we need to talk about this. Like if one of y'all got a car, yo, we need to learn. We need to learn about consideration. OK, we need to learn about consideration, because that's a real thing, too. You need to learn how to be considerate, and you also need to demand consideration from your roommate in relations to your car, your property. Don't let your friends come over here and sit on my bed and they outside clothes. Don't let your friends come over here and touch my stuff. Don't let your friends come over here and mess up my stuff, move my stuff out of place. Listen, these are conversations that you're going to have. So I hope y'all are writing this stuff down, and I hope y'all are taking this serious, because this is stuff that is going to happen when you go to college. You need to learn these things. All right. So we went over things that you should learn for when you move on to campus, but let's go over some things that you need to learn prior to going into college. One of the biggest things that I believe all 17, 18, 19, however old freshmen, any freshman that is going into college, you need to learn financial literacy. If you have not been privileged to learn financial literacy from a school mentor training program or for a school class or from your parents, you need to learn financial literacy. You've got to learn financial literacy. It is something that is going to help you in the long run, because when you go into college, what's going to happen is what happens for a lot of people who are in that middle class, whose parents work hard, is we're stuck between a poop and a fart. And what I mean by that is our parents aren't rich enough to pay for our college, but they're also not poor enough to where financial aid would fully pay for our college through grants. And sometimes in cases like mine, you don't have the grades to get grants. And so you've got to decide whether or not you are, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to decide what your future ultimately holds for you, right? So you need to learn financial literacy. The way for you to understand that is you need to understand credit. You need to understand how credit works, and you need to start building your credit profile so that you don't have to depend on anyone. Most times your freshman year, they'll let you get away with a little balance, but by the time you get to your sophomore year, they're going to want that balance taken care of. And if you understand credit, if you understand how to work your credit, right? And you don't want to get any credit card debt. I'm not saying go and get in credit card debt and get extra loans that you got to and pay for your college tuition on credit cards is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying to you is that if you understand credit, you can it helps you to understand money. You can understand how to leverage credit to use it to your benefit. So the better you can do that, the easier your life will be in the long run. So I want you to understand credit. If you need help understanding credit, there is a great documentary on Netflix that you can go and watch. It's called Money Explained. You're going to watch episode number 2 on credit cards. It is the fastest and easiest way to build your credit profile. It's the fastest and easiest way to build your credit profile is by having a credit card. Go and get multiple credit cards. If you don't have someone to co-sign on a credit card for you, all you need is $50 down. You can go to Capital One. Capital One is one of my favorites. Capital One at some point is going to sponsor me because I need them to, but they will they will help you with your credit, and they will give you, they will essentially get you what you need as it relates to your credit. So go and get yourself a secure credit card. Okay. Start building your credit profile independently, because if you need to apply for a loan when you get older, then you'll have your own credit so that you can apply for that loan independently and you won't need anyone. This is something that I helped my little brother do, and he's had success in it. Myself, I had to work 3 jobs to pay for myself and put myself through school. My mom did help me out with one loan. But aside from that, putting those extravagant loans on your credit, most people aren't willing to do because you're young and you're somewhat untrustworthy. So they just don't feel comfortable, with putting things on their credit, which is understandable. And it sometimes in families, people might not have good enough credit to even co-sign on a loan for you, right? So that's a real thing as well. So I want you to learn financial literacy. In fact, I am putting together a virtual financial literacy program for entering college students, for college students that are entering their freshman year. I'm going to put on a virtual financial literacy training and workshop for you to teach you financial literacy. I want to help you with financial literacy before you go into college and you make mistakes. Please understand, okay? Please understand there are a couple things about credit that you need to know. You need to understand your credit profile, how to check your credit, how to get everything right. I want you to have a great start on your financial journey. All right. I want you to have a great start on your financial journey. All right. So, any questions? I'm like, dang, I ran out of things as far as stuff that you should learn before you if you are going to college. Also, no, okay, understand this too. It's okay if you change your major. It's okay if you change your major. It's okay if you change your major. I changed my major after my sophomore year. I realized that my major when I first went into college was electrical engineering. I eventually changed my major into psychology because I just love the study of the mind and I wanted to understand more why people do the things that they do. So I love the study of the mind, and I changed my major to psychology. And people will tell you that, there's no money in psychology and sociology, but in today's society, in today's world where mental health is very prevalent in life and very important in life, there is a lot of financial opportunities to make money in psychology psychology and in sociology. If you're going to go in psychology, then you probably want to go and get that, that PhD in psychology. If you're going to go into social work, go get that master's in social work, that MSW, and go and get the necessary trainings that you need in order to be successful in that. So, yes, listen, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to let y'all go a little early because I actually have to go. I have an appointment to this morning at a bank where I got to, I'm going to go open up a business account at a bank, at M&T Bank, because we are partnering with M&T Bank. For those of you all who don't know, we are partnering with M&T Bank, and this is going to be the first step in this partnership. I'm super excited about this partnership with M&T Bank. I cannot wait. So, things we talked about today before you go into college, make sure that you understand all of those things, man. If this was helpful, just put a backpack in the comments. Let me know I was in my bag. If this was helpful for you at all, go ahead and put a backpack in the comments right now. Thank y'all so much, man. I appreciate y'all. I got to go shower, get dressed, and go get this bank account open. Again, remember, we are here every weekday from 8:30 until 9, 8:30 to 9. Again, I'm letting y'all go a little bit early today. I appreciate y'all, man. I love every single last one of y'all. I know this conversation helped a couple people get in their bag. Remember, stay in your bag. Never, ever chase a bag. And being in your bag is not simply about money, but being in your bag is about mental as well. All right. Make sure you go to the mental gym today, man. I appreciate y'all. Don't let your mind get fat.